Hey everybody, so as requested during my live stream, everyone wanted to know how I made my chicken wings because I talked them up so much. So we're going to start out with the point where the chicken wings are already thawed out. I used a Costco party pack wings here, and I make sure they're thawed out to room temperature. That's a pretty important step when it comes to getting the chicken to cook all the way evenly through. So I usually take them when they're frozen. I fill up my sink over here with some water and then let them thaw out. And then from there, put out some napkins onto a plate. Put out a napkin on a plate. And then cut the package open. Drain out whatever fluid you can into the sink. Don't need to even show you that. A little gross, I guess. Cool. And then we'll go ahead and put all the wings out here. Let me cut this up a little further, my apologies. Pour them all out here. Get them somewhat dry. Get them somewhat dry, they don't gotta go crazy. And then put them all with, I call it face up, where like, you have them all facing the same direction. So like, this is considered face up. This is face down, I guess. So face up for all of them, and then for the flats, face up, face down. Face up for everything. And then that allows us to make sure everything gets consistently seasoned and make sure everything gets consistently cooked. So I go ahead and get that face up right there too. Nice. I'm a frequent hand washer, so don't judge me. Rinse my hands off there. And then for my seasoning, if you want to follow it exactly like me, you go ahead and use right here. So we have some ground cayenne red pepper, we have Greek seasoning, and then we have garlic powder right here. So I do some garlic powder all across them. Sweet. Greek seasoning. I go a little bit generous on this one. Awesome. And then I throw some red pepper on. Awesome there. And then make sure you go ahead and flip them over and do the seasoning again as much as you want. You don't have to over season them. I don't think they're over seasoned when I do it this way, so I have no problem putting on an extra batch of them. But then what I do also with a little prep work, get your air fryer running up to 350 degrees. Just get it running and let it warm up. Makes the cooking process a little bit easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip all these over here real quick and get a little seasoning on the back of it. By the way, that was an amazing stream today. We had 91 people at one point on the stream. That's absolutely incredible. Couldn't do it without the support of you guys and girls, of course. And just, I'm excited. I'm so happy for where this channel has come, and glad we're along for the journey together. So on the back side, I just do a little bit of garlic. I'm not going to double up the Greek. Don't need to. I did a lot in the front. A little bit of Greek garlic there. Cool. And then put some more red pepper on the back. You also don't have to do the pepper. Seasoning for me, I just do this to taste for me. But my girlfriend doesn't like it necessarily spicy, but she's not home tonight, so they're all going to be made for me. But then, oops. Almost dropped the utensils there. Sweet. Cool. Now I got my tray right here. See if I can get this. Can I get this to work? Can I get this to work? I gotta move it over here. Give me a second. Awesome. Get that over here. Nice. There's the tray. And then again, keep them consistent. So start everything face side up. I have no idea if this works for chicken nuggets. Don't call boneless wings chicken nuggets. They're not nuggets. Or they're not wings, they're nuggets. So face up for all those. Make sure they're evenly spaced apart so that way they have nice cooking. Cool. Done right there. Yeah, those Costco wings are excellent for this. They're just perfectly sized. They cook quickly. And in the background, I have the air fryer heating up, so it's going to allow our cooking process to be a little more. I don't think y'all want to sit here and listen to me talk about or watching wings cook. So I'm going to fast forward to about 8 minutes. Do 350 degrees for about 7 to 8 minutes on that one side. Cool, and then I'll be back in a minute. Thank you all so much. All right, everybody, so now those 7 and 8 minutes have elapsed, so we have the wings out here. Of course, they're not done. Gotta be patient here. But now we're gonna flip them over. Flip them all over, and that's why we like keeping them even, or the same way up or down, so that way it makes the, you know, you can tell where you're at in the process and which one needs to be flipped very easily. So I'm gonna flip all these over, quote unquote, upside down, or face down, as I like to call it. And then we're gonna let this go again for another 7 or 8 minutes at 350. Cool. You can see them starting to look pretty good, but we're gonna go ahead and rip these back in here, and I'll see you all again in another 7 or 8 minutes. Okay, and while we got a few minutes here, I guess, we're waiting on the second round of 7 or 8 minutes. I'm gonna go over a couple of my favorite hot sauces here. So for me, hot sauce shouldn't be the one that adds the heat. I put the heat when it comes on the meat itself with seasoning. That's where I get my spice from. But when it comes to the sauce, it's gonna bring a nice, like, I don't know, just, you get the point, like a sauce flavor. But for me, the hot sauce itself doesn't have to be super spicy. This is an incredibly good actual buffalo recipe from Buffalo, New York. And if you can find this anywhere, I have no idea where it even is located. Get that one. But this one's available anywhere. This one is incredible. I cannot believe how good this garlic buffalo sweet baby Ray's sauce is. And that's one I'm going to be using tonight, but this is a close second. I use this one 50-50, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so if you have the opportunity, pick some of this stuff up here, and I'll be using that tonight, and you guys will see my wings and how incredible they are. All right, so now they're starting to look a lot more like chicken wings here, and we're going to do our final flip over and get them back to their upright position, and then do another 7 or 8 minutes at 350, and then we'll rip it at 450 for a couple minutes till they get golden brown. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get these all flipped over here. And now just, you can hear them sizzle, and you can hear them getting a little crunchy too whenever I turn them. And this is a chicken wing you're gonna wanna sit down and eat, because the flavor on them, along with the, I don't know, it's just everything. It's everything. It's equivalent to pulling a Mega Charizard, you know? And I can do this repeatedly in my house, and so can you. All right, so yeah, back in the air fryer. Oh, oops, I grabbed those wrong here. Keep grabbing them backwards for this video. Getting back in there. Another 350, another few minutes, and then I'll see you guys in a few minutes. All right, so now the chicken wings are getting extremely well done. Not over well done, not like a steak, but I mean like just exceptionally beautiful. And now we're gonna run them up to 450 for a minute or two, and then we're gonna let this see what happens here. So boom, keep it up there, 450, and let it go. And then the wings should be just about done. All right, so now we're here to the big reveal. These are the final version of the chicken wings. Let me get them out for you on a plate so we can see just how beautiful these wings actually turned out to be. I really thought y'all were kidding with wanting to see me make these wings, but you know, when I make them, I understand why, because if I understand why you would want to see them. They're absolutely perfect. Woo, baby. All right, cool. I'm gonna enjoy these. Thank you all for watching, and see you all on my stream very, very soon. Bye.